Hello, this is Pick,
How's it going, guys?
and this is gonna be our last video. Then we're gonna take a little off season. Then we're gonna get back to it. But this video is gonna be about NBA free agency, all the moves, all the trades, and our thoughts on them. First things first is the Battle of LA. Kawhi Leonard decided to go to the Clippers instead of the Lakers, or stay with the Raptors, which I not surprised about the whole him going to the Clippers, but I am really surprised about Paul George going to the Clippers. I didn't see that coming at all. But that's a great move for both of them, honestly, in my eyes. Doc Rivers is a good coach. Now they have a really good team, really good defensive team. LA Lakers really got screwed in this because they waited around for Kawhi to come and he never did. And they didn't get some players that probably could have, which I thought they should have just kept AD and LeBron and surrounded by a lot of really good role players, kind of like the Raptors did this season. But they waited out for the big fish, and that big fish didn't bite their bait. Really hurts them in my eyes because now they kind of got the second level tier of your role players, and now you don't have a Kawhi Leonard, so it's a lot more pressure on Anthony Davis, a lot more pressure on LeBron James, which both of them not going to want to play the whole season, and both of them have injury problems now, unfortunately for LeBron. A lot of pressure is going to be on Kyle Kuzma now because he's going to have to really step up. He's going to pretty much be their third option. I mean, the Boogie signing, which it might be a really great signing or it might just be a terrible signing. We'll see.
I don't think it was a good one in my opinion, but
I mean, he had arguably his best season with Anthony Davis, so we'll see. The Clippers, though, man, just getting Paul George, making that move, and committing to excellence, and trying to get that title, that first title for the Clippers. I gotta salute Jerry West and the GM and everyone involved in that trade because a lot of picks went to the Thunder, which we'll talk about in a second. But they got a really good player, and really they traded for two players because they got Kawhi with it as well, pretty much. And Paul George, man, he had a great season last year. I think he's an amazing number two. I don't think he's a number one. You can argue one of the best two defenders in the game, shooting guard defenders in the game. And his offense is really good as well. You got Pat Beverly. You can argue the best point guard defender, and Kawhi Leonard. You can arguably say the greatest defender ever. So that's going to be a really good defensive team, and if they can stay healthy, I think they're going to make a good playoff push. All right, that's all I got to say about that. Ryan, how you feel about that?
Oh yeah, man. First of all, we'll start with the Lakers. Yeah, man. They got, for the most part, they got who they wanted, which was AD overall. That's who they've been, searching for ever since last season. So they got who they mainly wanted, but yeah, of course they would have loved to fit Kawhi Leonard in that. But I think one of the big reasons why Kawhi Leonard didn't go through with that was he didn't want to be there with three stars. I think, and I don't blame him because sometimes it works, but these are guys that are three superstars. When you had LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh, that made sense because Dwayne Wade, you can argue he's a superstar, but he is not on the level of LeBron. Chris Bosh was not on the level of LeBron, but he was a good, solid all-star player. When you put three superstars together, it's going to be a little too much, in my opinion. I think one's going to try to, get the ball over one. LeBron. LeBron's like, this is my team wherever he goes. So I don't think that would have worked between him and Kawhi because I think Kawhi would have been kind of bickering with him like, nah, man, I don't want the ball at the end.
Yeah, and Kawhi doesn't like – sorry, Ryan. No, Kawhi doesn't like the drama either.
That as well.
Unfortunately, LeBron brings a lot of drama, and the Lakers bring a lot of drama, so he doesn't like that. He doesn't like all that unnecessary attention, and unfortunately that comes with LeBron. And you got the whole second, third player curse when it comes to LeBron is no one really blames LeBron for the problems he's had in the playoffs, and everyone blames either the second or third player. It was with the Cavs, it was Kevin Love. Everyone piled on Kevin Love, and with the Heat, they always piled on Chris Bosh. Cavs initially suck, so they blamed everyone.
They just had two all-stars.
Which I don't blame them for that. But Yeah, I don't think it would have worked with the whole ball distribution either. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
I still think they're going to be a good team.
I think that's one of the would have been the biggest issues is those are two players that want the ball at the end of the day, and Kawhi is good enough. He showed you he's good enough to make the game-winning shot. I mean, he did in Philly, so with that crazy bounce shot. So yeah, I think that's why he backed off of that and went to the second best offer, which was the Clippers. And and then honestly, he initially I heard the story that he wasn't even gonna really go there unless he gets another superstar, which is they end up throwing Paul George in the mix. So they called him back and was like, hey, what about, you and Paul George? He's like, all right, I'll do that. So really, if it wasn't for Paul George Green, then he wouldn't even be there. Honestly, I think he'd be still in Toronto.
Yeah.
So, yeah, of course, I'm a Thunders fan, so it itches at me a little bit that Paul George left, but I'm just the overall type of person that never puts a person, because that's what he is at the end of the day, people, is he's a person. Never put personal things like that into my personal self. I hate that. So yeah, it itches a little bit that he's gone, but I thought about it, man. Business wise, smart wise, that's the perfect place. For one, you're in LA. Who wouldn't want to live in LA?
Yeah, he's
Two,
from there.
two,
Area.
two. If you want me to be honest, yes, I love Russell Westbrook, but he is not no Kawhi Leonard. And if somebody gave me the opportunity to go play with Kawhi Leonard, I'm taking that opportunity, because if I sit here at the end of the day and put that aside and go, okay, I could be, have a still pretty decent career over here at OKC with Russ, but do I really truly want to win that ring? And I hate to say it, but I think your better opportunity is to go play with Kawhi to win that ring. So I can't blame him, not one bit at all. I understand it, and I think both LA is going to battle for who's going to be the best, and it's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah.
Real quick, before I end it, on that topic, I think it was bad that LA got Cousins. For one simple reason, yeah, he did played well at AD, but he's just injury prone now, and he's shown it.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, and he's already has a tough time running down the court because he's big as he is anyway. But yeah, now he's tore his knee up 2-3 times now. So
Tore his Achilles, and he kind of jacked his knee up a little bit.
yeah, so he's just, honestly, I hate to say it, but he's a big walking caution sign, and I hate to say it, but he is. But maybe, hopefully, some light will shine on him, and he can stay away from that injury bug and play decent. And if he can, then LA is going to be on the Lakers are going to be on a tear. But we'll see. It's going to be fun in that battle of the LA.
And speaking of the Thunder, let's get on to that. Honestly, Thunder in a kind of a weird crapshoot.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of rocking a hard place.
Yeah.
Paul George didn't want to be there anymore. There's rumors that him and Russ weren't getting along.
Which I don't agree with that. I think it's honestly other things besides that. But
There's rumors that Russ wanted to leave as well, which we'll talk about in a second. But great move for Thunder getting what they can get.
yep,
Certain people in the media is criticizing them, saying, well, draft picks don't do anything. Well, that's not really the case. I mean, Sam Presti, he's not great at keeping players, but he's been great at picking them. So if he can pick some other really great players, we'll see. Still think they need to get a new coach.
yes,
I think they need to trade Russ, unfortunately for the Thunder fan, unfortunately for him. It's just business and just the smartest move for both parties involved. Russ is not getting any younger. He not getting much better of a player, unfortunately. He's kind of plateaued in my eyes. And I don't know how much he can do the whole putting everything on his back like he did a couple of years ago.
yep.
So I think he needs to get traded. I think the Heat would be great. They're not going to win a championship, but that'd be a good team to watch. Other teams like Houston would be interesting. I don't know exactly how it would work, but other teams as well. But they need to trade him, on my opinion, because this is not working. You're just wasting his career, his little prime he has left, and you're wasting opportunity to get some picks for a pretty good player still.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate for Thunder fans because they had really 3 MVPs on the team, and
Yeah, at one point. Yeah.
they only got to finals once, and they got smoked. and they didn't pay the luxury tax. Then Harden went away, then KD went away, and now Russ is by himself now, with Paul George leaving as well. I've been critical of Russell, but as a man, I really respect him, and I think he's a really great player. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. I think he's a little overrated in my opinion, but I still think he can be a really good player on a really good team, really good number 2 in my eyes. We'll see, though. I definitely think they need to trade him. It's going to be hard to trade him because it's a ton of money still left on his deal, and he's getting kind of up there in age.
Yeah, man. For OKC, yeah, I think we honestly got, I wouldn't say the greatest deal, but I think we got probably the best deal for Paul George. Those 4 picks, and I think they also said 2 swap picks, so not too mad about it. And we got Gallinari and young rookie, well, last year rookie now, second year dude.
Or something.
His last name's Alexander something. I can't remember his full, but he actually had a really solid rookie year. He actually looks.
They can probably build around, honestly.
Yeah, he looks promising. Yeah. So I'm happy about that. Gallinari, he's so. He has those moments last year for the Clippers where he shined and had 30-point games, but it's a very occasional 30-point game. So that's cool that we got him. I guess it's just a little parting gift, I guess you could say. But I'm happy about Alexander and the picks. I ain't too mad about it. There might be a lot of Thunder fans that might want to smack me after this, but the only way I want Russ to stay is if he can get another player. That's the only thing I can really say is if they don't get another player on his level or all-star like, then I think he needs to leave because, him being by himself, he's just not good enough shooter. I absolutely agree. I think Russell's a great player. I think he's a Hall of Fame player. He's a, world-renowned record breaker as, having, 2-3 years in a row, triple-doubles. So he's going to go down in history as one of the greatest players. But as far as him leading a team, I just don't think he can do it because he just doesn't shoot well enough. And this is the thing, we're in the era of shooting the basketball 1,000 shots, shooting threes 1,000 times, and he's just not that type of shooter. He can have spurts, like really quick spurts of him nailing 2 or 3 threes in a row, but then it dies out. He's not like Klay Thompson or anything where once he gets hot, he can stay hot consistently. So I just don't think he can be by himself again. And I'd rather see him go win a ring and go, if it's with somebody else, that's fine, but I don't think he's going to win a ring by himself here. Him and Steven Adams, again, proves that they're just not enough. They're good, but they're just not good enough to beat these other really solid teams. So if we don't get anybody all-star level like Paul George type or anything on the OKC Thunder to help, then yes, I think he should leave and try, Houston or something. That'd be fun to watch. I think he would be kind of cool too, but I don't know. I'd rather see him play at Houston. So, like I said, for Thunder fans, it kind of sucks. But I'd rather see him win a ring. And, if it's with another team, it is what it is.
Yeah. And that's going to be it for this video, and we'll come right back.